I want to do a quick walkthrough of this deck because truthfully I just want to shuffle it and use it. Jen gave me an incredible box full of goodies, so you will be seeing some various walkthroughs of decks and things, but this one, which is what I think started it all, is what she said in her note, but that this was, or is, her kind of favorite deck of the entire year, and I can see why, because I have just kind of gone through this a little bit, and I find this to be an incredibly powerful deck. Now this one, she said it was the first one she got, and some of she had I don't remember how she worded it. Let me see. I'll go ahead. So it comes in a top box, obviously. What'd she say? Some of them are damaged, some of them stuck together, and one has a dent. I see what she's talking about, but yeah, it doesn't bother me whatsoever, and it's not bad at all. But obviously this is her favorite deck, and so she replaced it. Beautiful card by Liz Blackbird is the artist. Heart and Hands Tarot at gmail.com. Etsy, it's called The 13 Ways to Look is her shop. Amazing, again, card. A nice tuck box. It's one of those that are quite sturdy. You feel like they will actually protect the cards. It says on the back, the Heart and Hands Tarot is a labor of love created by Liz Blackbird. Flowers and figures spill from the images. The exuberance of the design reflects the power of the cards and the artist's joy in creating them. Like an illuminated manuscript, the intricate illustrations invite contemplation and reveal more the longer you look. All black and white, absolutely stunning. It does come with this like page, paper. This has the major arcana here. So just quick notes about keywords, which I quite like. I like that she's also added in an archetype section. I love that. So, for example, the Fool, the archetype is the eternal child, the beggar, the vagabond, the trickster, the youngest brother, the unmanifest, magician, trickster, sorcerer, shapeshifter, gambler, and thief. So I really like that archetype on the major arcana. I'm definitely going to be looking at those. And then, of course, it goes into the minor, and then more of the minors on the back. And then the flip side is a Celtic Cross with quite a bit of information about what those would mean. So, you know, for somebody who was new to it, that'll get them started, but I quite like it, and I'm interested to see the archetypes there. Here is the backings of the cards, which are stunning, and by stunning I mean stunning. And of course this is just like the art card, the Heart and Hands Tarot. Lots of hands in it, obviously. It's called the Heart and Hands Tarot. And the cardstock is thick, really nice. It's glossy. It's a glossy cardstock, and it's a thick cardstock, and they're quite large. They look like, here is the Dreams of Gaia. It's taller and a little bit wider. This is an Oracle card. It's a little bit thinner, but the same height as an Oracle deck. Here is a Lenormand card. So they're quite large. These are not small cards by any means, but they're absolutely stunning. And I think they're like one of those those decks that just needs to be big. You know how some just need to be big? Of course, there's a lot of white border here, but it's just stunning. Like, it's an absolutely stunning deck. Zoom in a bit here. So here is the Fool with the flowers over the eyes. You can just see, like I said, it's kind of like a modern, that's how I would describe it, it's like a modern illuminated manuscript. There's just things that are swirling all over. It's just gorgeous. It looks like a paw here in some way, as if there is a dog, or, you know, the dog, here's like 2 paws, which kind of hearken to the dog, but is kind of done in sort of a illuminated manuscript kind of way. That's the best description of it. They were right about that. The magician is very much that sort of trickstery magician, as you see in Marseille decks, where you will see the juggler or the street magician, and so you quite have that connotation there. I mean, but look at, I love the ear. You know, there's just so much. But then you look at, there's also these paint. He's got brushes, and he's got paint like a paint palette. Go over here. Creativity put to work, skill, ability, talent, the power to manifest, trickster, sorcerer, shapeshifter, gambler, and thief. But we also have that sense of creativity with the art palette, which is gorgeous. Look at the High Priestess. You've still got the crescent moon there, but see how the shapes just kind of go through? It's just gorgeous. Look at, she's almost got like prayer beads around her hands. It's a beautiful deck. Look at the Empress. Look at her face, and then the hair just kind of comes from there. It's a modern illuminated manuscript. That's what I feel like that's what you're looking at. The abundance, the growth, the floral flowers here. It's just gorgeously done. Look at the Emperor. I love the profile. I love the hair. I just love the whole, I love almost the idea of a fence and structure there behind him. It's beautiful. The Hierophant, look, you've got the hand, you've got a cross here. This is kind of a face looking down. This looks to be like a donkey or something, like a bull by the horns. Wisdom revealed, religious urge, teacher, learner, priest, or mentor. Lovers is gorgeous. You just want to sit and stare at them. That's the thing. It's like they're just gorgeous. Really gorgeous. Look at, then you see again that modern, definitely a modern feeling deck. And look at her. I think that's awesome, Chariot. That's my birth card, and I just think it's absolutely amazing. You've got the wings there, but you've got the, you know, the wheel in hand. You've got the Cancer sign here. I haven't noticed in the other ones off the top. That's the first one I've really kind of noticed with a sign, but I could be missing them too. I just feel like, and I love these trees in the circles. It's just gorgeous. Look at Justice. Look at Justice. It's just, I don't even have a lot to say about each one because I just feel like you just need to pause it and just sit and look at it because it's that stunning. Look at the Hermit with that kind of stained glass window or something going on in the background. Archetypes, wise old man, mentor, and guide. It's gorgeous. Look at the Wheel of Fortune. Look at the phases of the moon in the Wheel of Fortune. I just love it. Strength, holding the mouth closed. I prefer my strengths not to be fighting at all with the lion, but you know, it is quite traditional. And he doesn't look concerned, right? He kind of looks like, the lion's kind of like, look, if you want to feel like you've got some control, fine, but all I have to do is open my mouth and this is over with. I love it though. Look at the Hanged Man. Whoa, wrapped up like in a spider's web. The Hanging Man, or no, the Hanged Man. Stasis, pause, surrender, sacrifice. Look at Death. It's like a death's head moth. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. It looks like it to me. Ending, rebirth, transformation, release. It's just gorgeous. Look at Temperance. just look at all this going on. It's a modern, like, how else would you describe that but a modern day illuminated manuscript? Just, that's all you have to say to explain it. The devil is gorgeous. Situations, emotions, or thoughts that hold us in bondage kind of look like maybe their hands are up and being bound, but at the same time, are they really upset about it? Like, you can really go different ways here in a quite interesting ways. Love the tower. Again, very modern kind of cubed towers. Looks more like, you know, like a twin towery kind of feel to it, just because it looks more like a skyscraper of some sort. Destruction, obviously, destroyer, avenger, ordeal, and world tree are some archetypes for it. But I have to say, look at that star. I am so in love with this star card. I'm just in love with this deck. This moon card, I'm absolutely in love with this moon card. Look at the fish. Look at her just kind of cocooned in here. Look at the arrows going up. There's just so much going on. Psychic awareness, danger, hidden forces at work, mystery, uncertainty. It's just beautiful. And then the sun. I mean, look at the sun then. Probably one of my favorite sun cards because there's no people. There is like a skeleton though, look. And it looks like a skeleton from, like, my face is literally this close away. Look, I didn't even notice that the first time I saw it. Look at the skeleton. And she looks like a skeleton with a stitched mouth from Nightmare Before Christmas. But look, it's growing out of that. It's that cycle of life. Flowers on her eyes. Look at that. Look, and then look at the... Now remember, I think it was... I was trying to tell Jen when I was unboxing, like, I think it was the Jeopardy. One of them has... it's the only card is like, wow, that's so strange. I don't know what it is. No, I don't think that's the deck. It has a sunflower fox, like with a sunflower head. These people have sunflower heads. This is Judgment. Beginnings, awakenings, new phases, rebirth, but they all have flower heads, and then we've got some wings here. This is the strangest one to me, but I can work with it. And look at how interesting the world card is. It feels very hippie-ish, very but then look at, it's almost like there's a scar. I don't think that's what it's supposed to be, but wholeness, higher self, it's just beautiful. You just literally could sit here and stare at these. Let me get the... look at the I'm going to show two at a time so I don't have to zoom out. Look at you've got the hands in the air and the wands, the swords and the wands, but that's a pencil tip. Look at that. I love that. Then let me show you the two. Put those away. Let me find the other two. Here are the hands also in the cups, and look at the growing seed of the Ace of Pentacles. Gorgeous, gorgeous aces. Just, it's a stunning deck. It's an absolutely stunning deck. I feel like this is going to be my shortest walkthrough ever, but it's because there's not much to say besides it's stunning and that you just need to sit and stare at the images. That's how I really feel about these. The two, look at the shaking hands. Isn't that interesting? Get to the swords. Alliance. It has a Two of Swords as alliance. Friendship. It can be a stalemate. A tense situation, a deadlock. Quite interesting. I love that. A traditional Three of Swords here. Disintegration, separation, loss, heartbreak. You know, Rider-Waite type. Look at that. I think that's stunning. Look, lots of hands. The Ten of Swords is pretty painful to look at. Love this. You can just see the movement in the water. Look, he's got them gathered to him with the Seven of Swords. Look at that with the hands bound. I mean, I just really love this deck. Look at the 9. Let's see what they say for the 9. Despair, depression. So it's kind of like crying, despair here with the 9. But look how painful that looks with the hand, because it's the heart and hands, and they're all being stabbed. But you do have that sense of internal pain. It's to the self. It's not outside of self, which I quite like. Very painful looking. Princess of Swords. Prince of Swords. He looks like the guy from Avatar, from the cartoon Avatar. Do you remember that one? Very cool. Look at the Queen of Swords. She looks a little bit like the Queen of Hearts or something in Alice in Wonderland. And look at the King of Swords with his glasses. Love it. But you can definitely, the courts are quite modern feeling. I love this Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. Look at how interesting that is with the hand. It's the snake with the hand. Like, what does that mean? I've got to go find it. The Wands. Obstacles. I never thought of the 2 of Wands as obstacles, so it's quite interesting. It is saying stop. You've got this road, and it's kind of got a roadblock. So you have to stop and stop and assess the situation, refine your vision, prepare for your change, but you got to stop for a minute and prepare. I quite like that. I can work with that. And then we have the 3 with the bow. I love this. How gorgeous is this 3 of Wands? A successful enterprise. The first stage is complete. 4, very traditional here with that sort of, you've reached this point where you can take a rest for a moment. Love it. 5 looks like discord, right? It looks like strife. Look at that. 6. Excellent news. Victory. You've got the laurel leaves of triumph. So they're quite simple, but at the same time, I feel like you could pull so much from these. Like here, we have the 7 of Wands. He looks determined. The way that the hand is being held has that determined he's going to hold out against these wands. But then what about all these leaves? There is growth through that determination, because the 4 plus 3 numerologically is about growth. So I really like all the leaves that are there. 8 looks very fast, things in motion, active. Love it. Look at, and it's like a gate. So it's like that hold. It's time to hold. It's that secure kind of holding off for the next challenge. It's kind of getting ready. I quite like it. And then the 10 kind of having to try to hold on to everything. Love it. Look at the Princess of Wands with her book and her pencil. Very like Grease Lightning, Jimmy Dean, or James Dean, not Jimmy Dean sausage, but James Dean, Prince of Wands, Queen of Wands, and I love the King of Wands. How awesome is he? He is awesome. Cups, we've got, of course, the beautiful Ace of Cups. We got the heart in there. 2 of Cups, I love the hands held here as well. 3 with the guitar and the bubbly. I love this deck. The 4 is interesting because it's kind of just 4 cups. And there's a lot of ways you could read this. I don't feel like I have to read this as dissatisfaction. Again, she kind of is with the hands like this. It's that sort of taking a moment as well, which I kind of think of with the 4 is a sense of stability there. So I feel like I like this because even though, let me find it it has a pause, but it also has unhappiness. But I don't have to read unhappiness into this card because I don't really see the 4 of Cups that way. So I love that. Here we have the 3 spilled and the 2 upright. Very traditional. Here we have the 6. I love the record player because that says to me, right, nostalgia. I just love it. I love this deck. Look at, I love the skulls in this. The house, it's quite traditional. The different things that you're going to find. Separate between what is your dream and what is a fantasy. Look at the moon and the skull. Why is there a skull here? At least they're not dumped over. The road there, you're going off on a path there. You're going off on a journey. I don't agree with her keywords: concern, lack of confidence, doubts, hesitation. I don't really read that at all. Abandoning something in search of something better. I don't read the Eight of Cups that way. It's just going off on a journey, and I can read that with this. So that works for me. Some of the guidebooks, I'm not sure where she's coming from, some of the key things, but they're not hindering me from reading how I want. Nine of Cups, achievement, culmination, success, moving to the 10. And I love this kind of knotworks group of hands here, and then the knotwork in the middle. Absolutely beautiful. Love the Princess of Cups. Love the Prince of Cups, looking like a hippie guy. I love him, like he's got his guitar on his back. Love the Queen of Cups. She's probably was my favorite of the courts. I quite love her. I like the Pentacles too. And then look at the King of Cups. Look at them. They're so awesome. I love the Cups quartz. Love this ace. Probably a top ace of Pentacles for me. Gorgeous. Two, we've got the balancing, but we've got, look at, we got the rain over here and the sun over here. I quite like that. Look at how interesting that is. I love this deck. Four, beautiful. I don't have to use that as miserly. It just looks as if everything is being held in. It's a sense of structure there. So I don't have to use that as miserly, but you certainly could if you wanted to. Beautiful. Here we have the 5. Now, how interesting is this? I've never seen a 5 of Swords. We've got somebody stealing from somebody's purse. Well, yeah, I guess, what do I normally see the 5? Now I'm blanking on the 5 of Cups. Well, yeah, that's loss. So, you know, somebody's taken from them. They're losing. I've never seen the 5 of Pentacles in this way. I have heard of that idea of obviously financial loss and loss of something. And but this is definitely, I mean, somebody is stealing from them. But you would be sad after that, wouldn't you? 6, again, sharing. I love it. Look at the 7s. You just see that sense of... oh, you know what? I was reading the wrong one. I was disappointed with the Cups. Wait a minute. Let's see what they have for the Pentacles. Let's go backwards. Yeah, okay, so this they have as, which I have definitely read as a small material setback, a financial difficulty, hard times, that kind of thing. I've just never seen somebody being stolen from. Love that. Love this. Prophet, having patience, waiting for things to bear fruit. But look at, you got all these like blueberries here with the Pentacles. I just love it. Look, and I love, look at, it's that sense of mastery here. It's an advancement in your careers, your skills paying off. Quite lovely. Here we have, to turn off my phone. Sorry. Then here, look at, they're picking here with the 9 of Pentacles, luxury. It's like they're taking out, there's a vase, like they're filling a vase with plants. They're doing that sort of, you know, just they're out in their garden, picking their garden. You know, they've got the leisure and the luxury to be able to do so. Then we have the 10, which is again financial success, family, relationships, so everything is good and golden. And then look, I love her, the Princess. The Prince with his, like, almost like he's a salesman or something, selling seeds. The gorgeous Queen of Pentacles. She's beautiful. And then the King, very earthy King of, a King of Pentacles. I really love this deck. I just think it's awesome. Zoom back out here. I really, you know, I just unboxed, just like I said, I'm doing some year ahead spreads or readings right now, and so I didn't want to clear my table off. I just wanted to be able to shuffle this deck. I had put it into order, and I thought, oh shoot, I shouldn't have put it into order because I actually want to pull something from here. Now this is a big deck. There is no, I don't think I can rifle shuffle this way. I can, but it's really hard. The cardstock feels divine. I should at least... Yeah, I think this is going to have to overhand. But they slide beautifully. I mean, I would probably work to get, and truthfully, if you wanted to, I don't see any reason. You could trim to just in front of this white to make them a little bit smaller. I don't think it's going to make enough of a difference to be worth the effort. So I probably will just have to accept that this is, get like one good rifle in there and then overhand. Of course, because this is, you know, been in order, I'm going to have to get more than one because this is Oracle size, and yet there are obviously 78 cards. So I just need, they shuffle beautifully. They're just huge. So like this isn't a deck that I would choose, obviously, to do a giant reading, but boy, for 3 cards, 4 cards, it's just gorgeous. I don't usually do deck interviews, but I'm going to do just a 3 card and sort of, what does this deck have to teach me? I don't usually do these, to be honest, but I just want to lay some of the cards out. So let's see. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles, abundance, the 10 of Swords, dealing with things. For me, the 10 of Swords is something that should be ended, needs to end, ending, and then the financial setbacks. So here we have the sense of maybe holding to those abundance times. And sometimes it's time to let go of those, and we do go into a time that's a little bit pinched, but it's part of that cycle because you have abundance and you have loss here and something that needs to end, so that maybe there's a lesson to be learned here in this time of doing things. See, I don't do well for review, so let's just keep going here. We have the Temperance card, right? That mixing of things, that idea of bringing the 2 disparate energies to make something new, to learn a new skill with the Princess of Wands. She looks like she's getting ready to learn, and it's going to be bringing about 2 energies to learn something that is in the end going to be quite nurturing, quite creative, quite maybe moving out there to help other people. Here we have the Prince of Wands with the Ace of Swords and the Justice card. But look at these. Aren't these stunning? Let's just see. Again, I really am in the middle of working, but I just wanted to lay these cards out. So I can easily do a 4 card. I don't think I would be able to, well, very carefully with them a little bit overlapping, which is okay because there's white space on both of, you know, on these cards. There's a lot of white space, so I actually think I can do a full, oh, I can. I'm so happy to see that because this is a deck that I would want to use. It's so stunning. Look, I could do my typical, this is when I do a large tarot reading. This is what I do, and how gorgeous. How gorgeous is that? Yeah. I know this is not my typical longer walkthrough, but I just wanted to look at these cards. And I really think this is one of those you might just pause on a card and just sit there and look at them, because that's how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like I just want to stare at the cards. So that's my first impressions. This is clearly just a first impressions of this absolutely stunning deck that Miss Jen sent for me. Thank you so much. I am in love. I am literally in love.